Well, we got a busy one today because the big fella gets to face off against Nikola Jokic as Team USA, and Serbia face off in the semifinals here in the Olympics. And we're going to do a sort of a watch along, but only for an hour. Welcome to the PHLY Sixers podcast, along with Derek Bodner, Kyle Neubeck. I'm Devon Givens. Brianna's here as always. All of you with us here in the chat, and we're going to do things a little differently. Not too many times we get a chance to be in studio with a meaningful summer basketball game ongoing on August 8th. So we know you're watching it. So as you're watching it, we might as well watch it with you. And Derek, we've done a ton of these watch-alongs. This is a little different than being in March at 7 o'clock at night with a bunch of pizza laying here on the table with some wings.
That's a good point. Where is our pizza?
Vince is here too,
Vince.
And he doesn't have it, but we got an important game here for Team USA.
I will say it might be August, might not feel like it, and that's proof in you wearing a hoodie and long pants in the middle of August.
It is cold in here today. So, yes, it was necessary for me to have
I brought my white pants
sleeves.
once again. So we're
yeah, so Embiid does get the start today against Nikola Jokic and Serbia. Kyle, we know they're going for the gold. So this is where the real stuff, well, they've all been very important, but this is when the real stuff starts. And they've taken advantage in the other two games that they've had against Serbia.
Yeah, as much consternation as there was over the, I think, lead into the Olympics, Team USA has acquitted themselves pretty well so far. In Paris, well, they were in Lille, so I don't think that's technically Paris. In France, let's say, they've been having a good go of it, despite all the boos that Joel has been getting and all the boos from back home from Lakers fans who are dead set on Anthony Davis starting. But this is the first one where there's some real pressure, some real stakes, right? Because Brazil made the knockout rounds, but I don't think anybody was expecting them to pose much of a challenge. This is a real medal contender. They're playing with one of the best players in the world at the center of things. As they get off to a good start with Steph Curry, who I've been hating on the entire tournament for stinking it up. So,
well, he's known for his big game
good
performances.
Start for Team USA.
Yeah, so they do get Drew Holiday and Devin Booker starting alongside the trio of LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Joel Embiid getting the start yet again. So going with the defense, that looked like a travel. I don't even know what happened there. But going with the defense, and of course,
future Sixer Bogdanovich
so we
with
get
the
to
travel,
scout him a little
uncalled,
bit.
by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. So we get to scout him a little bit. But yeah, Derek, I mean, they played pretty well against Serbia in those other two games, blowing out Serbia in both of those contests.
Yeah, and I mean, look, the Team USA is just a much deeper team with a lot more high-end talent. Like, certainly, obviously, there was Jokic angle, but after that, the drop-off is pretty severe. It feels a little bit like the Celtics versus most other NBA teams where they just go 6-7 deep. Well, Team USA goes 12 deep, and it's tough to compete with that.
Yeah, and with Joel Embiid having these last two games, really good game the last outing. On Saturday over the weekend, up and down game, but his numbers look good in their blowout win. Another opportunity where we've seen him playing off the crowd, giving it to the crowd, hitting his shots. He was 3 for 3 from behind the three-point line in the last outing against who was the team you said they played against, Kyle, that they started off in the last game? Oh, they blew him out. Brazil. He played really well, shot the ball well, rebounded well. The ankle injury, missed the second half, so he didn't get a chance to play.
Former Sixer Filip Petrusev with a bucket there. He's been playing well in this tournament when I've watched Serbia.
A little hesitation from Steph Curry, but hey, Joel with a nice offensive rebound right back to Steph Curry. Knocked down that.
That's doing the little things,
the
Joel.
Little
we love
play.
to see that.
Yeah, so tying it up. But he seems to be at least more engaged if we're watching Joel Embiid as much as we do and watching how he plays. These last two contests and getting into it with the crowd also, that looks more like Joel Embiid.
I do think, too, you can see, well, that was a complete defensive breakdown there. I think what you saw last game from the whole team, not just Joel, was a different level of engagement from the start of the game, where you could tell in the opening or the pool play, I guess we should say, pool play, there were definitely some like, all right, we're going to ease our way into this game. They came out on a mission against Brazil. Helps to hit some shots, right? But I think defensively, there was just a different level of urgency. Every time there's a defensive breakdown, by the way, Steph Curry is somehow involved. So I'm really turning into like the anti-Steph guy for this tournament if they somehow end up losing it. Everyone will turn their glare toward Joel if something goes wrong. I'm looking right at that guy in Golden State.
There was definitely some miscommunication there somehow, and Joel felt the need, though, I guess, to come over and help his man and not allow an easy basket, which turned out to be Joel's man's easy basket with Nikola Jokic right down the middle for a two-handed dunk. But early start right here, and we just expect this one to be a much better. Even though, Derek, you just talked about it, Serbia is not on the level of Team USA, but even so, you know what this means to them as a team, as a country, as a unit that has been together for a while. Now that the games really mean something, you expect them to come out here and play much better. And as Kyle said, they're shooting the lights out so far.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, they came in as one of the teams that was expected to be in the running for a gold medal. They certainly have a lot of talent. And outside of that Team USA game, they've played pretty well. Like, they completely blew out Puerto Rico. I know they also had South Sudan and Australia, and I think they won the South Sudan one pretty easily, as you would expect for a team that's expected to be a title contender. But yeah, no, they are definitely one of the bigger threats, along with probably France, especially if they stop playing Rudy. But no, this is
another shot made over Steph Curry, by the way. I'm shocked. I can't blame him for that one. That's a tough shot. Now, Steph is cooking on the other end, so they're going to keep feeding him the ball until he starts missing some shots.
He's got 11 of their 12, right? So as much as he's giving up, he's getting it back on the other end.
He is cooking right now.
Yeah,
so, got to actually lock in on defense here a little bit is the problem in the short term.
Oh, miscommunication there. Yeah.
And yet they still – great weak side help by LeBron on that play.
Good way to keep you.
I'm still a little annoyed that Micic never played for the Sixers.
Here we go, another Steph three.
You got to make this
Bang!
one. Oh, he's rolling
the
right now.
The turnaround, he knew
right
it
now.
was in.
This is like that Kevin Durant stuff.
But this is in the span of like 3 minutes.
Meanwhile, we got Kyle over there picking on every little defensive break.
Yeah, but I'm still acknowledging he's going the hell off right now. He's playing great on offense.
Yeah, he is. Well, that's why Drew is in the starting lineup with him. Look up, Drew.
No, look up. Yes, that's what I want to see.
Hey, man,
Drew Holiday
leaked out.
I don't care. Until he misses, he's allowed to keep the ball and take the shot.
You get that easy two the other way.
Hey, look who's late again on another made three. So Steph Givens, take it away.
Kick ahead and go get that easy two, and maybe he's not having to get back on defense in that way. But yeah, he's rolling right now, and he's
playing for both teams
even
at the
Serbia,
moment.
Even the guy right next to him dapped him up and said, "Good start." After probably also because he gave him another good look for an opportunity for himself the other way. But yeah, folks, this is what you're getting today. See, we would be doing this and not able to talk about the shooting performance that we just got from Steph Curry. That's why we had to do this live 1 hour watch along of the first half of Serbia and Team USA. Serbia up 16-15 because they just missed like 2 shots and that's it. And everything else has been a 3-pointer overall. So I don't know, who was that? Bogdanovic? Yeah, Bogdanovic baseline against Joel, his future teammate. Once things get happen at the trade deadline.
Why is LeBron picking his dribble?
I don't know. Oh, but look at Joel not forcing a shot. He just saying, "Let me hand this off."
Gotta start hitting some jumpers, boys. Other than Steph. Hey, look at you! Oh, right back to the other team.
Hey, he did his job.
That's unfortunate.
He
did his job before he threw it to the other team. I can't give him credit for.
I'm not blaming him for that one. He's falling out of bounds. Got to throw the ball in.
Blame him a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not. There you go. There you go.
LeBron. All right, LeBron settles things down with 20-18 in the first
teams
5
like combined 9
minutes.
for 14 from 3.
Did you watch the what was it, Canada France, I think it was the other day, where I think it was like the fourth quarter, it was like 45-38 or something, or end of the third anyway. That's another made shot over Steph Curry, by the way.
They are just.
I noticed you didn't point out when they made a shot over Joel, though.
Of course not. I have agendas to push here.
We
all know what the deal is here.
They are hooping.
Steph stopped making threes, and he's still giving them up on the other end. That's a foul.
You're not going to get that, though. You got to just play. Got to play, man.
That was a foul. That was not like a foul baiting.
Yeah, but he's not going to get that call. So just play through it. He's playing.
He did play through
it. He's playing.
You're criticizing for doing something that he did.
He's fading away. Just go straight up on the shot. And then he's played 10 games already. You just shoot the shot. That's all.
I thought that's what he did.
No comment about the stout defense of
Sideways
Petrushev?
fadeaway.
About the what?
About the great defense from Philip with a P.
No, because we have agendas as
No,
opposed to
because he
argue
fouled
about
him.
this.
That's not good defense when you foul somebody.
Shoot the shot. You've played 10 games. You know how the officials are officiating already.
Here we go. As soon as Joel comes out, right to work. See, they called that. That's the same thing as going on in the other end. So don't tell me that they're not calling it. They just called it.
No.
It's the same thing.
You know it's different. It's not the same
it's
thing.
not.
It is too. Literally say it's different. Look, his arm is hooked right there. What do you mean?
He's hooking him. He's got him wrapped up.
And what are they going to do? They're going to call that on the other end too.
Got to play through it.
Who would
All
have
right,
thought?
he did. He shot the ball.
Who would have thought?
Serbian superfan Devon Givens over here.
Who would have thought the first PHLY fist fight wouldn't have involved me? This is a huge upset.
Oh man. So 20. What now? After he makes one or both of these, all right, 24-18.
But as soon as Joel comes out, they go right to him on the block, and he tries to attack,
100%.
which is a noticeable. And look, that it's actually one of the matchups I think I've seen change the most from. If you remember the bubble in 2020, Jokic was not ready to play against AD. Like AD just ran him to death, and that was a big part of why the Lakers won that series. Since then, Jokic has owned that guy. And I would say this, Anthony Davis played pretty well in that first round series this year after getting dogged by Jokic a year prior, but it just didn't matter. Right? Like by the end of games, he was wearing him down. AD, for all his strengths and like defensive versatility, there you go. Good offensive rebound by Anthony Davis.
Good foul called by the official. That was a foul.
Look at that. In the fourth quarters of those games in round one, Jokic just like is moving him around like he's made out of paper mache. So this is one of the matchups where you see the value of having all these bigs, because not having to be the primary guy for 40 minutes on Jokic and try to do it on the other end, that allows all these guys to kind of wear him down the other way, the way he would normally.
Got to make your free throws. This is also, you bring in the other guys to tempo changers when you talk about Edwards and Kevin Durant coming in off the bench with Davis to push the pace a little bit more, even though they were running off of even makes and Steph Curry was making the shots. But a lot of times we've seen when the second units come in led by Anthony Edwards and Kevin Durant that they're able to get some things going, change up the pace a little bit.
Yeah. No, I mean, when KD comes in and scores 21 points in 8 minutes, it really helps. It really helps.
I don't think that's happening today, if I had to guess, but I guess we'll say. All right,
Double
so we got
bigs.
the two big lineup. LeBron's hitting the bench. Got Ant-Man, Steph still in there,
And Kevin Durant.
and KD. So that's probably the full rotation, if I had to guess, for today. Maybe Jason Tatum gets in
What
there.
is that, 8?
No, I guess Steph will get pulled,
Yeah, so that's 9.
and that'll be my guess is Tatum will get some of those minutes. But Steve Kerr clearly said, "My guy's on a heater. I'm gonna allow him to keep cooking."
And they need misses from Serbia.
That was very close to the backcourt.
Was it ever?
there.
Yeah. They need some misses from Serbia to help get back in this.
I will laugh. All the Warriors fans have been like, "Why aren't they getting Steph the ball more?" It will be funny if
Come on, AD.
they lose the game where they just force feed Steph the ball and try to get him a million shots because he's on a heater. That part of me will laugh, but obviously Captain America part of me will be very upset.
Well,
Got Philip with a P dancing.
that's a good pass. Clean
Come
block.
on. He definitely didn't get him on the first swing. I couldn't tell from that second angle if he got ball or what it was.
Are they checking it? No.
The closed captioning we're watching on here says he definitely got that clean. So Dwayne Wade, I'm assuming, is convinced that was a good defensive play from Jokic.
All right. Well, we'll see how this one turns out. They need to make their free throws, get some defensive stops on the other end to allow themselves again to get back into the lead and win this one. 3 minutes to go in the first, so plenty of time for them. But let's see again how the tempo changes a little bit. Jokic plays a lot of minutes, so making him run off of those misses.
And they've
lot
been
of missed
getting
free throws
smoked when
already.
he comes off the floor. Too.
Right.
A lot of missed free throws already. Well,
That's
so to
two
that
so
point
far.
about the matchup between AD and Jokic historically, that is one thing that, like, I think Jokic definitely was not in the shape he needed to be early in his career. I think now there's still, for some people, a lingering misconception that he's like, oh, he's not in good enough shape and like he looks a certain way. He's great. He's got great conditioning for a guy his size. Like, perfect example, running the floor there. And he does that for, he's playing 38, 40 minutes. Well, not in this type of game. He's probably playing closer to 35 or so.
Yep.
But generally in the NBA, even when he's playing high minutes, he's able to sustain that over the course of 48 minutes because he also has figured out the thing we were talking about with Joel the other day, how to pick his spots. And man,
You can't defend that.
nobody else is gonna. This might be one of those like Joel
Might be a
type
Steph
games.
versus just Steph's man game.
Right.
I'm a little worried that nobody else is going to be in a rhythm. Now, the difference between this team and the NBA is it's a little easier for Kevin Durant or LeBron to get into rhythm with a
KD
few
makes
shots.
one shots and he's in a rhythm and you're good to go.
Yeah. So, man, Steph is going off. Cocky Steph is always so fun too.
Yeah.
Just like the complete disdain he has for everybody else, including his own teammates. Like, just give me the damn ball and I'm going to score. So there he goes. All that work to be -4. That's tough. All those made shots and they're still losing. Listen, credit to Serbia on that one mostly because they have been shooting the lights up.
What does he have
themselves.
now?
Come on. Huh?
He's up to 17, 20? Like, what's he at? Do you have a box score up? Steph.
23.
All the box scores are so unreliable for the Olympics for some reason.
One for Booker, one for Davis.
He's got to have at least.
He's got a lot.
I would say he has 19.
He has at least 17. I know for sure.
Yeah.
I bet you I can find a box score.
I would guess
somewhere.
19. But
One that should work anyway.
But to see, this part of the problem is we love Edwards, but when he's pushing that break like that, he's got to give the ball up early and not run into any kind of traffic and allow them to have an opportunity to come down and get some freebies. And he's got to take care of the basketball in those stretches. Now Jokic is off the floor with 1:29.
This is where you really have to hammer them.
Again. So you got to take advantage of those fast break opportunities where you have a chance to get out and run. Protect the basketball. Got to protect the basketball.
Petrosev, man, he's having a good Olympics.
It's man, when these guys play in FIBA, they are so good, so good.
I do think it's one thing that maybe Joel was a little underprepared for was the degree to which these guys are going all out for their respective he came into some of these games like, oh, these are going to be like regular season NBA games, and it's like, no, man, these guys are playing with some very fierce and serious pride, and I think he has risen to that level over the last couple. But early on, it was a little bit too casual. I think he's figured that out.
Well, especially in those warm-up games, like the warm-up games.
Those were a joke. Yeah. We did not defend those whatsoever because they were bad. Put it that way. I believe Steph Curry has 20 points.
Yeah.
He has, this box score is not up to date. It says it's still 25-20 according to this one. I don't know why the box scores are so bad for basketball at the Olympics. It doesn't make any sense to me.
They have everything else. You would think that they'd be available.
Playing Bam as the sole big right now, by the way, which is interesting.
That was a rush shot, I thought.
Not looking good so far.
No.
Well, I can't say it the red, white, and blue because they're both red, white,
Well,
and blue.
look, if
not looking good for what we consider the good guys.
If they go and miss some shots and go a little cold, maybe,
Ant-Man has looked a little frazzled so
right?
far.
He looks off.
And normally this second unit has been one of their sources of they come in and the game shifts a little bit because it's just a different type of look than you're getting from the starters. This is I'm getting just a little bit nervous.
Still
right?
30
It's a
minutes
tough
to
start.
play,
Still a lot of time left, but I'm not feeling stupendous about this start. That's for sure.
See, I thought that was going to be a pull-up right there from Booker. Just a straight-up pull-up.
Maybe it should have been.
God.
Right?
Maybe it should have been a pass to literally anybody else based on that shot. Oy.
They trail and they start to get a little tight, start trailing a little bit. This is where you need Kevin Durant to get the basketball. That was too easy.
Oh, at least he made the recovery. But yeah, that was some Olay defense on that play from Anthony Edwards.
Way too easy.
I do think there's a lot. I'm just looking at Derek White's bald head right now. But there was a lot of frustration, anger, debate about him being put on the team. I think he has played really well and shown exactly why you want that type of player on a team like this with so many stars that need the ball or want the ball to be successful.
To be clear, I know my future. I will never make fun of a guy for a bald head.
Hey, listen, I will get there one day too. I'm just
right there.
That was
you.
What I was seeing, right? It was just the shine off the back of his head. That's all I could see. So I just wanted to make sure. I've been a Derek White guy for a long time. So
just not a shiny dome.
Well, down 8 after the first quarter. That is a tough break.
Steph with 20 of the team's 23 points.
Oh, there you go. So I don't know. Somebody else hit the other 3 that I memory.
I just remember
somehow.
the free throws from Davis and Booker. I can't remember who else made one free throw. But we'll pick it back up when we get back here for second quarter action. Serbia versus Team USA. Of course, we're in it for Joel Embiid and USA pride, of course. But we wanted to see what the big fella was going to do against Nikola Jokic after they have taken care of business in the first 2 matchups between these 2 teams. We'll pick it up on the other side right here on the PHLY Sixers podcast. And with that, I have to tell you, hey, if you feel like they're going to pick up their play, you want to put some wager on there somewhere, I know the place for you to go, and that's from the good people at Bet Parks. But I'm going to tell you more about the Bet Parks Casino here. In this particular case, perfect for the afterward get-togethers, date night, or even the girls' night out for the ladies. You want to go have some fun and not think about much. Just simply go have a good time. Bet Parks Casino is a great spot for you. Sip on some tantalizing drinks. Soak up those warmer weather good vibes right now at Parks Casino. This is how you win. The casino of choice for me now offers Parks Casino an epic $5 happy hour with great food, drink every Wednesday through Sunday at the Liberty Bell Gastro Pub. So right now on this Thursday, you can go enjoy $5 drafts of Ford Stout, Victory Seasonal, or Parks Pills. Enjoy the drink of the summer, the $5 Twisted Tea, Frozen Whiskey, Arnold Palmer's, if you like that. Plus, feast on a flavor pack, $5 small plates of braised short rib. I'm hungry, Derek, just letting you know. Sliders, hot honey chicken
Let
sliders.
Derek know specifically?
Rotisserie
Are
chicken.
we not friends anymore after the first quarter
Absolutely
debate?
friends.
Really, you should be letting Vince know because he's the only one who can take care of that right now.
I am hungry. Summer's approaching, and all roads lead to Parks Casino, where me and Kyle may have to go get some food together to make up after fighting in the first 10 minutes of the show.
Sign a peace treaty, do something like that.
The number 1 casino at the number 1 casino in Pennsylvania, Parks Casino, with 3,200 state-of-the-art slots, 115 live table games, beautiful poker room, plus a collection of incredible award-winning restaurants. And if you do go to the sports book, I'm quite sure this game is going to be on right now. Also, just announced, if you want to laugh a little bit, Tiffany Haddish. She's going to have a show on September 27th. So get your tickets for all shows at parkscasino.com. Visit parkscasino.com. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem. 1-800-GAMBLER. Parks Casino. This is how you win.
And guys, I know that it's been really rainy in the area lately. Hasn't been much sun. Haven't had a ton of reason to be outside in general. I looked at the forecast. I saw Saturday is going to be beautiful. And if you want to be outside in the sun, enjoying a nice Saturday weekend in the summer, Shady Rays can help you out. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company offering a world-class product rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. Their shades have durable frames and crystal clear optics, making them the perfect choice for all outdoor adventures. Whether you want to go down to one of the piers, Penn's Landing, one of those, go to one of the parks throughout our beautiful city of Philadelphia, or you're heading to the beach, whatever you're going to do, Shady Rays has a pair of sunglasses for you that'll fit your style and keep your eyes protected from the glare of the sun. Plus, if you happen to lose those sunglasses or they take an unexpected hit, they have the most insane protection in all of eyewear, every pair backed by lost or broken replacements. So exclusively for our listeners, Shady Rays giving out the best deal of the season. Head to shadyrays.com and use code PHLY for 35% off of polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. And boy, the future looks bright for the Serbian team where they're shooting right now. So shout out to Shady
Derek was
Rays.
just laying out how they can't miss. Well, Anthony Edwards, after making a shot, he gambled on a corner run there and trying to get the steal. And they knocked down a three, so it's 25-31, but they can't miss right now. So a gamble like that, which I didn't mind when you're trying to spark, again, like we talk about them coming off the bench and sparking things, but they just won't miss.
I mean, they're making like fade away, falling out of bounds corner threes over contests. And meanwhile, Team USA is like, hey, let's give a runner to Bam.
Jokic getting a really good whistle right now.
He is.
Just saying. Just saying. Getting a really good whistle and doesn't need it, frankly. Like
he doesn't.
He doesn't. He's that good that. And Anthony Davis headed to the bench for LeBron
with the
2 fouls on Davis, I believe.
2 fouls on Davis. LeBron coming in with the Band-Aid on his eye, playing it up from the other night where he was hitting his eye the other day.
What?
I'm just saying he's probably hurt, but
sorry, I'm like a half second ahead.
What do you mean you're a half second ahead? We have a TV in front of us.
You know he has to watch it.
No.
You know
Enough with the alternate Bodner broadcast over there.
You know he has to
I
watch
can
it.
look up and rewatch
You
it
are
play.
the most annoying person to watch games with. You can't just watch the same thing that everybody else is watching. Got to have your
That was the
third
first time
screen.
all game I screwed up
Oh
on that,
my
so.
God.
Oh
Well,
man.
if they shoot like this, they are going to lose. So.
And they're long rebounds. I don't know if he was out of bounds. That looked like he was in bounds on that steal from Derek White.
Bank threes. Come on.
Yeah, that's crazy. Come on. If they're making those shots, jeez.
Yeah, what are they shooting from three? Put up the graphic.
1,000,000%. That's my
Come
estimate.
on, put up the numbers. TV. We gotta see
They
this.
are 8 for 12.
Field goal or from three?
From three.
The one thing that I've seen watching Team USA is they still don't take advantage of that opportunity with the offensive goaltending, the legal
Basket
offensive
interference,
goaltending. Yeah, they are not knocking the ball off the rim when it's just hanging on the rim.
That is one area I will give Anthony Davis credit for. I think he's been much better at that than anybody else on the team. Like I think he's shown both the understanding and the ability to do it consistently.
Yeah,
so.
and look, Bam has been there. He knows, but the instincts of it and just thinking of it in the moment, yeah, they have to take advantage of that if it's just hanging on the rim. Just hanging on the rim, knock it off so you can go run the other way and get an opportunity to get a fast break.
Box score, man. This is.
But when you're shooting 8 for 12 from three, 27 of their 30 whatever points are from 3-point range, that's hard. That's hard to beat. That's hard to beat right now. Hard to beat right now. Oh, man, 75%, Randy says, from three. Sheesh. Yes. Shedva. Yes, 75%. That's tough.
Thankfully, can't just blame Joel for this.
No,
one.
you can't. No, his man didn't do
for
it.
our purposes, still a bad game. We don't want Team USA to lose, but at least the agendas can't be pushed as hard at the moment.
They'll say he didn't get enough rebounds.
Yeah,
he didn't get enough defensive rebounds to go the other way with it.
You know it'll somehow spin back on him, but it's not certainly not a Joel is the reason for this happening game.
Yeah,
right?
no, it's not.
Right now, I'm more inclined to say give credit to Serbia for some absurd shot making. Frankly, like I'm ribbing Steph a little bit earlier. Some of those shots are just guys are hitting tough shots over an extended arm. Nothing you can really do.
Yeah, and these guys down 14 just simply need to settle in and make shots. Get to the basket, clear out. LeBron has Nikola Jokic. Don't settle for a three. It was an unnecessary pass because just take advantage of the situation that you have.
Now, here's where I think Bam and AD being not as good of shooters actually hurts the team because you can see them. They're trying to cheat off into the paint. And so LeBron has Jokic on an island. That should be a really advantageous situation for them. But there's a second defender waiting there to step into his way if he's able to, when he's able to get past Nikola Jokic. So it clogs that driving lane. So that's part of the reason that a Joel or even more like a true stretch big is valuable on this team, even with all the talent they have.
He is
man, they're
moving
really
Bam.
mauling down there.
He is moving Bam, man. He is moving Bam out of the way. Where's the shot clock? 4 seconds? Okay. Now rebound the ball.
Is that not a foul?
That's a
they
foul.
called it on
They called it on
Durant?
Durant.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, they called it on Durant.
This is it's getting spooky in here.
And that wasn't Jokic.
No.
That was the other
not
guy.
Jokic.
That was the other guy.
Kevin Durant, for all his many gifts, not exactly
Swole.
a power lifter, we'll say out there. How about that?
He's not deadlifting
No,
his opponent while he's boxing.
I mean,
him
listen,
out.
he's in better shape than I am by 800 miles, so I'm not trying to. But
I remember when he came in the draft and people like made a big deal about how he couldn't bench press 180 or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, who cares? He'll
Another
never do
missed
that.
rebounding opportunity. They got lucky not to get punished there.
All
A
right.
lot of the loose balls have. Oh, see, that's one of the first times I've ever seen a player be like, "Please call the foul, please, please!" Like waving to him. Former future Sixer Micic, by the way.
Kills me.
Why does it kill you? It's not like he's been good in the league.
Doesn't matter. I had a vested interest in watching him come over and be good.
Yeah, I guess.
Is he in OKC? Or did he get traded?
He got traded after that, right?
Charlotte,
No,
I believe,
it
was
is
the
Charlotte.
last.
You're
place.
right.
What did
You're
they
right.
trade him to OKC for? He was part of the... Which trade was that?
Gordon Hayward.
No, I mean the Sixers when they traded him to
I'm
OKC.
sorry.
It was the Horford trade,
Was it
wasn't
part
it?
of the Horford trade?
I believe so. That's the only trade they've made that I can. Well, yeah, I think that was the Horford trade.
Horford.
It has to be.
Horford.
Yeah, that's the only one I can think
Was
of.
that the Danny Green?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jokic blocked
Man,
LeBron.
Jokic killing him.
Jokic blocked LeBron on the other end.
This is a beatdown right now.
And Embiid is not in the game. So
Can't blame Joel
Can't
for this
blame
one,
Joel.
fellas. Wow.
and that was clean.
Yeah, I will
love
say,
the-
I
I
know
love
that
the
there's
rip
the
through.
rivalry here, and I still am like, I have the relationship with Joel, all that. I really have come to respect Jokic over the years after I bought into what the deficiencies were in his game early on, but I think he has dispelled or improved on vast majority of them. He is a very, very good player.
Now, whether or not you would get podcast business daddy to say the same thing about Joel, I'm not sure.
No. I mean, off air maybe, but here we go. Here's Joel.
Go. See, no hesitation.
Bang!
No hesitation. Just shoot.
Oh, don't tell me they're going to wave it off. Did you see the other day, by the way, when
No, that ball was
when
in the
they
air
called
before
a
the foul.
charge, but they still allowed the basket to be counted?
I didn't see that.
That's one of the dumbest rulings I've ever seen in my life. I think it was in USA Brazil.
They counted the
All right,
basket.
they counted Joel's. Mission accomplished,
But to your
fellas.
point, look, Joel didn't hesitate even with the packing in, as you
Gotta
talked
move
about.
quick.
Both AD and Adebayo can make that same shot. They have to get the ball and shoot it and not hesitate in getting that shot off.
It really appears like Joel is their only hope right now. There you go.
Good close
contest.
out.
Good
Yeah.
rebound.
Okay.
There we go. All
Okay,
right. They're
and
going to call
one.
timeout.
And one. All right. Booker taking that cheap foul. Will spark something there.
It is going to be extremely funny if Joel saves America. Because the other guys have had no chance. AD's got 2 fouls. Bam's getting cooked. They need Joel in a big way right now. Big way.
In a blowout, you might have to go deeper into your bench.
All
Bring
these
in the-
damn Laker and Warriors fans saying
Bring
that
in,
he's bringing the team down.
Jason Tatum might need to get some run too.
In your time of need, who do you turn to?
Joel
7
Embiid.
feet from Cameroon.
Captain America. Get him a cape and get him a shield, and he's
Come
ready
on,
to go.
baby.
He is ready to go out there. Yes.
You know Joel would dress up like Captain
Oh, you know he
America
would.
too. He would
Yes.
do something. Remember when he had the mask and they did the like Phantom of the Opera thing for the
He was the bell ringer
game
for
one
game
of the
one.
playoffs?
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah, he's the
As
bell
much
ringer.
as it sucked that he wasn't playing, that's a nice way to lean into the, hey, my face is broken.
Was
and
that the
I can't
Miami
play.
series?
Yes,
Yeah.
that was their first playoff series in the Embiid era.
Yeah, that was the Miami series. Yeah.
I remember when they lost game 2. There were a lot of clenched butts out there. A lot of
Yeah.
people panicking that, oh, this team's too young. They can't get, nope.
Came right back and handled their business.
That was a good series for Ben, by the way. Like, as much as his career devolved, certainly in the playoffs from there, he had some real moments, even late in games, like that play they used to the fake DHO between him and JJ, where they'd overplay JJ and he'd go straight to the rim,
straight down the middle.
He had a couple of those in big moments during that series.
Unfortunately, the thing that stands out is when Goran Dragic smacked him in the back of his head the other end. And that was partially because he was so good that Dragic decided, let me smack him in the back of his head because the series is over. And Ben's like, I was like, oh, man. But
they've been involved in so many like chippy series between that one, the Nets one, where Dudley caused all the commotion. The Knicks one, obviously, but that just kind of, it's a series that lends itself to that. There you go, Joel.
There you go.
Keeping it alive.
Devin Booker make a free throw would be nice.
Would be nice. LeBron just like a running back out there. That was one of the criticisms I always hated about him was like, oh, he's just really big and physical, and that's why he scores a lot. It's like, so you mean he uses his tools adequately
to go with
and
the
became
skill,
the leading scorer in the history of basketball?
Yeah.
Well, that's one of those that you remember people used to say things like, oh, Carmelo is a better pure scorer, things like that. It's like maybe aesthetically he looks prettier doing it, right? But LeBron scores more and is more efficient.
Joe.
Captain America, baby. He's here to save the day.
That's right.
Come on.
That's right.
That's what I'm talking about, Joel. He's saving them all for this game.
With the defense, the rebound, and the shooting. Look at him. He's 2 for 3 so
Joel
far.
Embiid is out there saying, what the hell is a kilometer?
And he's going to sit there with that guy and say, guess what? You're not going to push me down there in the paint. Little closeout. Run. Look up. Look up.
Hit him on the break. That's a foul.
They didn't call that one?
Dude.
No, I'm with you on that
This
one.
is ridiculous.
And Joel has to keep his composure, though. He can't allow that to stop.
That's
him.
outrageous.
That was ridiculous.
They didn't get a call there.
That was ridiculous.
It's good help from Ant-Man there.
All right, now rebound the ball, y'all. Team rebounding. Not on Joel.
Rebounding has been... Joel has done a good job on the glass.
No, he's saying that one wasn't on Joel.
No, I know. I'm saying he's done a good job overall.
Overpassing.
This is... I was going to say, if you don't call Joel getting tackled, you better not call that one. What are we doing, fellas? I hate that. Go to the rim. Go to the rim. What the hell is going on
I'll
here?
tell you what happened. Because he didn't make that play before to Anthony Edwards,
my God,
he
man.
overthought and he passed the ball out to Steph Curry when he could have probably just went and got a
He could have
layup.
gotten himself, especially because Drew's always been, he prefers his left-hand layup anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And he would have put the guy on his hip and shot the layup. And now it's a 7-point swing because of the floater in that.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Man.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. And we come back, we'll get right back at it. As they come back, as 7-0 run by Serbia after they got in the 10. Little beef here. Look at this. Look at this. LeBron talking about flopping and all. All right. Get angry.
Joel's getting tackled
Get
out
angry.
there.
Now do something about it. Get angry. Go do something about it. Put some points on the board. Oh, look at this. Oh, I love it. We'll come back. We'll get into it right here on the PHLY Sixers podcast.
First up, we want to tell you about Game Time. Of course, we don't have basketball yet, and at least not basketball over here that you can go to, but we do have a baseball team. And I know hasn't exactly been perfect here over the last month and a half. They are starting to show signs of turning it around, and they are still comfortably in first place. So you are going to want to get down there to Citizens Bank Park. Game Time is an authorized ticket marketplace for Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer it gets to first pitch, with killer deals on last-minute tickets, all-in prices views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying baseball tickets. Tell you about a couple of the features of Game Time. Obviously, there are the last-minute deals that we talked about where you can save up to 60% off by buying last minutes for sports, concerts, comedy, theater, and more. There are flash deals, so you save even more with exclusive in-app deals on select seats ahead of the game. Obviously, there are the seat views where you get a panoramic view from your seat in the app before you buy, the lowest price guarantee, or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Take the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code PHLY for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code PHLY for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed.
Angry LeBron hits a 3. Okay. Sorry.
Don't we have another friend to thank today? Friends at FOCO, I believe one of our oldest and best friends here at PHLY, a leading manufacturer of sports and entertainment merchandise with a product line that includes apparel, accessories, toys, collectibles, novelty items, and more. The best officially licensed gear for all sports and fandoms. Hoodies, jackets, beachwear, even overalls. You know, we always like to talk up the overalls around here. As Joel Embiid.
Whoa!
Wow! Just threw one down. We need a no foul call.
foul.
I'm sorry.
No
I'm interrupting the ad
More
read.
importantly than throwing it down, he got right back up.
Come
'cause he
on,
fell
baby.
awkwardly.
Captain America is here. And FOCO will get you all your Joel Embiid gear, all your Phillies, Flyers, Eagles, whatever you might need. FOCO will hook you up. They've hooked up our set here at PHLY, and FOCO always has our back for Philly sports.
We're getting animated.
They have yours too. Get the best gear around by using the link in our description.
be found.
For all non-presale items, Derek, please be quiet. Use the promo code PHLY10 for 10% off. Now that the ad read is over, what a joke that is that there's no call there.
Unless they're saying Joel with the off arm was initiating, but
Come on, man.
It's probably what they're saying. Probably what
then
they're
that's
saying.
foul on Joel. It's got to be a foul on someone.
Well, he looks angry. Look at his face. He looks angry.
Here's the thing.
And let's see how he
He's
plays
locked
with
the
that.
hell in right now.
Yes.
This is the guy I wanted to see in the Olympics.
That being said, last dunk of the Olympics, Joe. Please, no more. No more.
No, I'm good with that because he got up for that, and it was off the left. It was off the left leg, so he's okay.
My heart doesn't need the 2 points.
The landing, I understand. I
America
totally
needs
get
the
it.
2 points that badly, Derek.
Sixers do not.
The gold medal, huh? Gold medal, man.
This is what it takes, man. But there's no reason to go if you're going to play 50% speed.
I'm mostly joking
Come
about the
on.
no dunk injury thing we have going on. Calm down.
10-point game.
How about the ball fake though? Jokic had to close out on
Cooked
him.
him.
Had to close out on the way that he did and allowed the C's to part. Where Petrosev, he got him, man. That was a foul. They should have given Joel the and one the opportunity there. Same thing with the one before where we thought they should have had another one. But look at him again. We talked about this yesterday, Kyle.
Switch him more.
Yeah, exactly. And staying with the man.
Gotta
Yeah, maybe
rebound.
next time
Gotta
don't
rebound.
switch. Jeez.
Man.
The hell was that?
Mm-hmm.
Really would be fitting for Team USA to lose in the semifinals in a game where you can't blame Joel and it's everybody else's fault.
To a team that they've blown out twice
Make that.
already. You can see that one coming off.
Yeah, that one
yeah.
came off his hand wrong.
Yeah.
It was like
It
me
would be
Pop
very
Shot
funny
earlier.
if he was like the guy and everyone else just stunk it up.
Yeah, 27 today.
Him and Steph, and then nobody else.
Oh.
I don't think Ant-Man has warranted much playtime.
No,
by the
not
way.
today. You got to call the Tatum number today. Got to call it. You might have to call the Tatum number.
That was a spooky rebound. You might. I mean, listen.
I mean, he's still Jason Tatum. I mean, come on. As much as we joke and all, he's still Jason
he's
Tatum.
a two-way guy. Like
Yeah.
you always
They
the
need
guy, and he's
stops.
had a lot of played in a lot of deep moments in the playoffs. Get rid of the ball, Joel. There you go.
Now make this one. Oh, man.
Tanking his box score.
You got to get him out.
It's called, yes. Look down the bench. Get Jason Tatum in the game.
Yeah, Steve Kerr, man, you're gonna be under the microscope for this one. Second half, you better have some tricks up your sleeve.
Maybe we got to get off air. Maybe we're bad luck.
We're
What do you
bad
mean we
luck.
got to get off air?
I'm just saying, maybe we're bad luck.
Well, I'm
we
trying to
do
make
one
sure I don't
watch
drop
along.
any F-bombs for Winona's wonderful mother down there in Florida. I'm trying
To be clear, Winona's clear with the F-bombs when she's not around her mother, right? So when she comes back from vacation, we're good
listen,
to go?
I try not to be, you guys know how I talk in regular life is the same as I talk on the podcast. I just try to be respectful. I know there are people that are watching with family members. And when someone specifically asks for just rein it in a little bit, I do try to keep that in mind. But
So Mike Diamond asked on Twitter, he asked a question, please settle a debate. This 2024 team or the 92 Dream Team?
Oh, it's not close.
I agree
It's
with
never
you.
been close.
No, with any of them to me.
No.
Not even
No,
the Kobe team.
That team is completely unique. And it's going to be tough to, like, you can't just go look at the box scores because the world was so much worse and so much less competitive. But no, that team was insane.
I would take almost any Olympic team from 2008 onward against those guys.
Okay.
They have no shooting on that team.
Well, it was a different era.
Correct. And they have to play against these guys in this era.
If Michael Jordan was playing now, he'd be a better shooter.
Yes, but Michael Jordan is not playing now.
I think you can only compare with the eras that playing in.
Yeah, but if you're playing a game, if you're putting those two against each other, I agree. Obviously, relative to their competition, they were way better. If you're playing a game in 2024 with those guys just grabbed out of that moment, especially with Larry Bird was basically done at that point. Magic Johnson was close to being done, although he was in much better physical shape at that point than Bird was. There are a lot of guys on that team that would get dogged defensively as Serbia dogs the U.S. So a little bit hard to make that argument right now. Man, this is...
Curry hits a 3, cuts it to 11. They come right back down again, and these guys just cannot miss from 3. Now he's bullying. Joel's going to get caught for a 3-second. But
there is no 3 seconds in FIBA.
Okay, you're
That's
right.
part of the part of the advantage for Mr. Embiid.
Yeah, good call by you. Thanks for cleaning that up.
Yeah, well, that's I have to keep reminding myself of that because it's
that rule I forgot about.
It's a goofy quirk of FIBA play.
Who was the leading scorer on that Dream Team? That was Barkley, right?
Yeah.
Jordan led the team in shots, but Barkley was the leading scorer. By the way, I've gone back and watched some of those games. Some like real ugly starts for that team too.
But they were so good it didn't matter.
The transition game is where they really killed everybody.
They also knew they could turn it on whenever they want, and anyone else had no chance.
I'm not trying to kill the Dream Team. Obviously, when they ramped it up, they were unbelievable, and the gap between them and the rest of the world was significant. And the other part of it is like you can't. The impact of that team is so much greater than any of these teams will ever be, or the impact they will have, just because that was introducing so many people around the world to like what basketball could be, right? And that's why you have teams like Serbia now, in large part because of that Dream Team. No foul, no foul, no foul.
Good hands, Bam.
I was going to say, if that goes in, the game's over. Just pack it in. All right, so they're now 11 and a half.
Is respectable based on what we've seen so far from this first half. That's a pretty good number. Normally we like to see, hey, get into single digits. They have 20 minutes to go, and Curry and Embiid are the best two players out there where they need everybody else to pick it up. So for them to only be down 11
man, that dunk was
with
awesome.
This spot, that's a pretty good spot for them to be right now. Serbia can't keep that up in the second half, right?
No, but I'm not like in love with the spot they're in. To your point, it could be worse considering how well they shot.
Yes.
And Joel playing so well in the second there certainly helped close that gap. But they need someone other than Steph to consistently give them offense.
If Steve Kerr doesn't go to the bench and now pull Jason Tatum off the bench and give him an opportunity to help out here with the two-way ability that Kyle talked about, the fact that he can defend on one end and score on the other, this is where Steve Kerr should, despite the great shooting that Serbia has had from behind the three-point line, this is where the fingers should be pointed at because others are not doing anything. You're clearly not going to Tyrese Halliburton.
You want to hear a crazy stat?
You're clearly not going to Tyrese Halliburton. Jason Tatum, you should call his number.
Okay. How many made shots does the bench for Team USA have right now? Blind guess.
0.
You're close.
1.
One made shot in a whole half came from Anthony Edwards. They have 2 points from Edwards, 2 points from Davis, nothing from everybody else. 20 for Curry, 9 for LeBron, 7 for Joel, 3 for Booker. That's it.
So why wouldn't you call his number?
And it's not like those guys aren't getting minutes. It's not like they're playing a starting five, a disproportionate amount of minutes. Like it's 50-50.
Right. Why wouldn't you call his number then? No one else is making shots. They're not getting stops on the other end. Why wouldn't you call his number?
Got to try something.
Tune in to PHLY Sixers as we stand for a Boston Celtic.
Team USA,
well,
baby.
Listen, I mean, Ant-Man, for as much as I love him, he has these games, and normally when I've seen him play like this, this doesn't normally turn into a big second half explosion. It's normally, if you get bad Ant-Man in the first half, you're getting bad Ant-Man in the second half.
And the
so
luxury
I'm not
of
expecting
not
a lot.
being the Minnesota Timberwolves is this is Team USA, where
Mhm.
you can substitute him out and not have to worry.
I don't think they will, though. I think Steve Kerr is going to go down.
I don't
with these
disagree
guys
with
that he
you.
played.
I'm just saying that, yeah, you can go to the bench and bring in somebody just as talented. And we're talking about Jason Tatum in this particular spot. You have to. And the reason why you do go with Derek White is because of the defensive part that you said is why he is on this team. To make plays, to create opportunities for them to go the other way and have an opportunity to get some easy buckets maybe in transition because of his defense, creating a turnover and getting out and running. That's why you would play Derek White over. I wouldn't say, I'm still not saying go to Tyrese Halliburton. I'm simply pointing out the Jason Tatum piece of it all where he needs to somehow see the floor in the second half.
I'm especially not going to Halliburton when the problem right now is defensively.
Getting
and
stops.
He is the worst defensive player on the team. Could juice your offense up a little bit, but I didn't think they had a lot of offensive problems. The one example that I would point to was that horrible fast break where you have a 2-on-1 at the rim and then they pull it out and try to take a three. I get it's Steph Curry, but that was a huge swing there.
Because on the
man.
play before, Drew tried to hit Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you want to say it was Drew or not, it came off of Edwards' hands.
Yes.
All right, that's 2 points right there. Same thing down the other way, where this time he questioned himself and he did not just take the shot. And that's 4 points right there. They go back down and they get a three and a layup on those two. So yeah, you can't be second guessing yourselves in these situations, especially when you are elite like this. Yeah, pass the ball, involve your teammates, all of that great stuff. No, you need points, man. Get some points. You got the stops, take advantage, get the points.
And especially in these games, right? It's all well and good to spread the ball around, share the ball when you're up by 20 points and things are flowing, everybody's making shots. This is going to be a game where somebody is going to have to just be the guy
Captain
in
America.
the final 6 to 8 minutes of this game. We saw it in the gold medal game against Spain in 2008. That was a tight game that was Spain's golden generation. They were tooth and nail most of the way. And when they really needed like 4 or 5 buckets, everyone deferred to Kobe Bryant and said, we're going to get the hell out of the way. Go do your thing, Kobe. And he kind of got them to the finish line. And that tends to be in these. We've seen it with Kevin Durant, too. Kevin Durant in some big FIBA games that they've played over the years, he's been the guy. So it'll be interesting to see how this evolves. Maybe they'll just go down playing the way they're playing right now. But I suspect somebody, maybe Mr. LeBron James, will raise his hand and say, it's my time.
And again, what's at stake here? Team USA, since the NBA players started playing in 1992, Team USA has won 7 of 8 Olympic gold medals. The winner of this one will play the winner of France and Germany.
France already won.
Oh, the France already won?
Yep.
Yes.
And so loser goes to the bronze medal game, and that would be pretty bad.
That would be disappointing.
That would be real bad.
That would be disappointing, especially the way he started shooting. Yes, he was giving up the points on the other end. All right, defensively, you have to pick him up. So with his shooting and what he did, you need to get those stops on the other end. And then when you get Embiid doing the little stuff that he eventually did, foul trouble for Anthony Davis, foul trouble for Kevin Durant. Anthony Edwards doesn't look himself. They need that. This is a big halftime for them to come out and make sure whatever that message is from Steve Kerr, who also is probably going to have to, while it may not be his fault, he can't go out there and defend. He's going to have to coach better in the second half to make sure that they overcome this 11-point deficit.
Anthony Davis got to stay out of foul trouble too, because I think that was a big swing in the first half, not having him for as much time as you would normally like to play him. Because I think what you saw when I noticed that they'd checked, I think it was Anthony Davis out at the end of the first quarter. It seems like when Jokic is on the floor and Joel is not, they absolutely want to have the 2 bigs on. And so that if it's Bam defending him, you have AD as the roamer or vice versa. And so that they always have a second layer of help and a guy who can collapse to the paint and then get back to the open shooters on the perimeter. So if he can't stay out of foul trouble, that's going to compromise any non-Embiid minutes, their entire game plan for how they want to play.
And we normally don't do this when it comes to the officials. at least 2 or 3. Whether we debated it or not, we agreed on the others that they have to be better too. They gave the calls on the other end. You have to make sure that you give the calls on the opposite end of the floor. I'm glad that Steve Kerr, Derek, you pointed out how animated he was, that he's worked the officials to let him know how unhappy he was. But there was a clear one on Embiid on that last one, the one that they absolutely missed along the baseline, and the one that Kyle and I debated a little bit earlier. Plus, Devin Booker got fouled, where it looked like, that wasn't a foul. That was absolutely a foul. Call the fouls, plus Team USA has to make their free throws as well, because every point counts here, where they cannot allow those freebies to go through the net.
Yeah, and they just can't. Like, I know for the most part, it was Serbia just making a lot of really tough shots. There were a handful of really bad defensive breakdowns too.
Yes.
And if they're going to be on fire, you can't, if a team's going to make that many contested perimeter shots, you do have to, at some point, like Brett Brown used to say, just tip your cap to them a little bit. But it means that you can't give them anything easy, and they've just given them way too many things easy.
Hey, by the way, I want to hear a fun fact. Guess who's the only Team USA player not in the negative right now?
Joel Embiid. He's at a net neutral at 0. I was about to say, he came off the floor and it was
not
tied.
Positive, but Steph -2, Ant-Man -7, LeBron -8, Durant -8, White -9, Holiday -4, Bam -9, AD -4, Booker -4.
All right, Provolone John says, unfortunately, has to go pick up the kid from football practice soon.
Well,
Provolone John,
we're peacing out as well.
We're
Be
rolling
careful
out probably
out there.
before halftime ends, if I had to guess.
Yeah, so we appreciate everybody. A little bit different today, of course, because the game is so important. Of course, they're going for the gold medal. They're in the semifinals, as Derek pointed out. They lose this one, they're playing in the bronze in the game for the bronze. So
when was the last time Team USA did not medal at all? I couldn't even tell you.
In the Olympics,
right? Because '88, I think they got a bronze that year too, right?
I don't remember,
88?
frankly, but I would say the '80s would have been my guess, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah. So we do appreciate everybody hanging out with us for this. A little bit unorthodox from what we've been doing, but the game is important, so we wanted to make sure we watched it with you and not just walk out of here, go in the other room.
Listen,
and see the
I wanted to
score
do the whole
in
game, but
second
we're
half.
getting kicked out of here for various reasons today.
Yeah. So we got to go.
They have
And
never failed to get a medal.
never failed to get a medal. All right.
Let's get the gold. Team USA, this is my personal challenge to you. Go out there and win this game.
103 so far, though. Overall, United States leading all with 103 medals so far. So it'd be nice if the basketball team contribute to that and got added to that total
You want a
number.
quick roll call before we get out of here?
Absolutely.
Before halftime ends. Thank you to Val Host, Winona, Joe Sox, Eugene Ross,
What up,
Al,
Gene?
the 2-minute warning.
Al, what up?
Randy Rubart, Money Mar,
Randy.
Flyers in 7, I Gavini, Martian Lynch,
Martian.
Provolone John, Flyers in 7, Shedfa,
What up, Shedfa?
SB Cole, Slade, NBA J, Brianna Torres.
What up, Bree?
Another Bree.
And our Bree.
And Arbery, thank you to Arbery as always. Tate Jeffries in the building today. Phi Chi is here with us today.
What up, Phi Chi?
Thank you to each and every one of you for checking in with us. We're all hoping, at least all of us on the set, I can't speak for, maybe we have some. I know we had a listener, I think it was João Pedro from Brazil, who was, conflicted on his rooting interest. Maybe we have some Serbs in the chat who are rooting against Team USA. That's okay. We still love you, but we will be back tomorrow, and we'll get to see what happens at the end of this game, whether we'll have to talk about a disappointing loss or a potential gold medal preview against France.
Do you think they make the comeback?
Yes.
Derek.
If I was betting, I would say yes.
Captain America is here.
I would say too. So go to Bet365. Go ahead, get in there. Captain America is here. He's ready to go. He looks angry. And as Kyle said, when he's angry and he's frustrated like that, he's probably going to play his best. And he's doing so with these other guys. So he's going to be the best of the best guys when he goes out there and does that. So can we get a little 10-second notice of when we have to wind down there from for what we have to do to get out of here? But emergency pod. Done. Martian said emergency pod if they lose. No emergency pod if they lose. We'll talk to you tomorrow. We appreciate everybody for checking in with us here, and we will be back. Make sure you like and subscribe. Get that bell icon, as Kyle always likes to let us know about. We hit the bell, and then we talk to you tomorrow. So everybody enjoy the game. Team USA better win. Captain America, Joel Embiid. See ya.
We all silly like the mayor.